Number 29 in your top 40 quarterback list is?
Bo Nix, Denver Broncos, number 12th overall pick, right? I mean, another guy in a perfect situation, another guy that I'm just going to tell you, it's just rare to be coming in the NFL and I think be this NFL ready. Another guy that I would say played NFL football in a lot of ways. It was different than, J.J. McCarthy, right? They didn't, instead of like run the ball up the middle to Blake Corum, they were like, nah, we're not that big up front. How about a quick screen outside and do that, right? We're going to kind of throw the quick game and the screen game to substitute for a run game and do that. And because that's the offense they ran, just like J.J. McCarthy, it's used against the player. Mm-hmm. And I don't, necessarily agree with that narrative or what people are saying about Bo Nix.
I talked to Will Stein. I mentioned that. I was out at Oregon. I was talking to them. We were getting to know that team new into the Big Ten this year, so we went out there to see some of the coaches, and I talked to Will Stein. Great guy.
Yeah.
He got that job kind of out of nowhere. It was his first year on the job.
Yeah.
He was talking about Bo Nix.
Yeah,
he goes,
we
did a lot of quick passing stuff. He goes, really, no reason, really. It just was what was working. It's what the input, and then it worked, and then they kept rolling with it. He was like, I don't think he couldn't handle it. So sometimes you see that and you go, oh, they don't think he can handle it.
Right.
But from talking to Will Stein, it was like, no, that's just the offense we put in. It was his first year there. They tried to maybe keep it simple for him and Bo and
the talent they had on the team.
And
it
worked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It worked. They had those type of receivers, right? They had a running back that was more kind of a space running back, not a sledgehammer back.
Yeah.
Right? Here's the heat map if you're watching on our YouTube channel here, right?
A lot around the line of scrimmage.
A lot around the line of scrimmage, a lot over the middle.
They were one of the best teams in the country with it.
And that's why him and that fit with Sean Payton. He does a lot of that right there, right? Drew Brees made a living in that area. 5,000 yards. Oh, you're all over that stuff? Oh, boom. Right down the middle. Michael Thomas is open for a big play or whatever. But so, one, the narrative's wrong. Because if you and I or any common folk out there sat down and watched some film together, I'd go, this is a power throw. Look how easily he makes this.
He has the ability to do that.
Right. Look at this deep post off his back foot, 57 yards in the air. Look at the comeback on the far hash. Like, there's plenty there to see it, right? So I had no issues with it. And again, I went into the film of Bo Nix going, I'm going to see a guy that's smart, knows how to play a little bit, but is never going to wow me physically. And that just couldn't have been more wrong. It couldn't have been more wrong. As I talked about McCarthy running the pro offense, and I try to hit here with Bo Nix, same thing, though. I mean, first off, they where we talked about J.J. McCarthy, we'd like to see more, right? We got to see that with Bo Nix. I mean, they threw the ball a ton. And no, it might have not been long, but damn, okay, still a 6-yard throw, perfect decision. Wow, he made a quick decision. Damn, he put the ball exactly where it needed to be so the guy can turn upfield and now do that. He is precision passer, plus has power in his arm, plus has the ability, as you heard me say, and I go back and when I watched again, over the weekend of these guys just to kind of solidify thoughts and see it again, his athletic ability is amazing. It is really good. As I told you during the process, his scrambling and in the pocket and behind the line of scrimmage, only Caleb Williams is better. He's better than Janian Daniels, Penix, McCarthy, all of them extending plays and then making a play with his arm to throw the ball after that, right? As I've tried to allude to, he's not the same runner Jaden Daniels is. He's a good runner, but he's a better scrambler and a scrambler to throw. And that's where he's really impressive. But in a lot of ways, you get to see him play NFL West Coast quarterback offense already. And that's where, me and you heard me say it. Back at the Combine, as soon as I watched Bo Nix on film, I went, well, f*** me. Sean Payton's definitely going to like Bo Nix. I can tell you that. And here we are a few months later, and he's the quarterback for Sean Payton.
Didn't Sean call you up and tell you to keep it down?
No, he did not. No.
Stop talking about
I don't
him?
have that kind of relationship with Sean, but I know some people that know Sean. I know he does listen a little bit.
Yeah.
And I know he knows I know him. Like, he knows. I know him.
Yeah.
I just have paid attention to him too long. I'm too big of a fan of him. And then he's another guy that grew up in the Bill Parcells School of Coaching a little bit, right? So there's some similarities, I think, in thought process of football there.
So Pete is worried here, though.
Yeah.
He was in a quarterback-friendly offense in college.
Yep.
Now he's going to a quarterback-friendly offense with a quarterback-friendly coach. So even if he puts up stats this year, will he get the credit he deserves?
Oh, that's a valid question. Maybe not. I don't know. As we know, Pete, right? The hell with some of that stuff sometimes. That's why we're here to tell people, like, give them the damn credit, And I think with this situation, he's going to impress people with his physical ability, and he's going to squash some of those rumors right away, let alone, like, maybe let's listen to the guy who knows more than all of us at this every now and then, who keeps saying he's really good and does all this. Yes, and not Chris Simms, Sean Payton.
Oh.
I'm pretty good too, listen to me. But damn, Sean Payton's saying some damn stuff too, as you know. And so, like, I have no concerns over Bo Nix. I said this to my dad. Here was my one, like, if I go down a road of in the weeds and me, is that Bo Nix is so good and so smooth at picking up the offense and so good at all of it that they put too much on his plate early on in the season, thinking like, oh, he's got it. We'll give him another check with that play, blah, 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 right? And where I want to say, hey, he's still a rookie. Let's try to make it simple and make some things easy for him. But I don't think this is a guy that's going to have a hard transition here. I think he fits their offense, and I know it's not about their offense right now or anything like that. He is made for the NFL, and he would fit in a lot of offenses. That's what I'm saying. That is what people need to start to realize here, right? And he's got his own skill set, right? That, you want to do this or do that with him. You can do quarterback design run. But, I'm a fan of Bo Nix, as you can tell.
I think it almost could be the opposite, right? Because he is a first-round quarterback. And I think if you're a first-round quarterback, you get that cachet. And if you do well, people start saying, like, man, you should have been taken number 2 overall. Or he might have the numbers that make people say that midway through the years that he was worthy of the Washington Commanders taking him with the number 2 pick. All right, scale of 1 to 10.
Yep.
And I already kind of know the answer to this, but let's get into it.
Okay.
How much do you care about age? Because he turned 24 in February. He is the same age as Trevor Lawrence, who's been in the league, seems like 25 years now. He was the 3rd oldest quarterback taken in round 1 in the common draft era. We have all the quarterbacks who were older than him. Brandon Whedon is an outlier at 28.9. Then you got Jim Drunkenmiller. Okay. Bo Nix, Michael Penix are 2 of the older ones that we have seen since the 1960s. And then look at the bottom. I didn't know your dad was almost 24.
Yeah, 23. He was a 5-year college guy, right?
Okay.
So that was it. And
the names on this list, I will be honest with you, are not inspiring.
No,
outside of your dad,
they're not. Now, there's like some others that I think are, not far off of this age group here that are, also good players. So first off, I don't give a shit about any of this. That's what I want to say to you right off the bat. I turned 24 my rookie year. Eli Manning turned 24 his rookie year. Joe Burrow turned 24 his rookie year. Joe Flacco turned 24 his rookie year. So I know they didn't make that graphic because they missed out by 7 days or whatever. Carson Palmer as well, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Carson Wentz. Well,
I don't
should have left him.
I don't understand why this even fucking matters. I really don't. I think it's like such a stupid talking point, and the fact that I can get a guy that's a little more mature mentally and physically for the position that needs somebody mature mentally and physically is a bad thing, and now we're worried about he might not be able to be here 17 years from now. Like, are you kidding me? Like, is that really a point right now? Like, oh, you're only going to have him for 15 instead of 17 now. Like, what? No, let's see how it goes 3 years from now, and then we'll go from there. Like, come on. Like, who the hell cares? I don't look at it as a negative at all. I don't at all. In fact, I think in this day and age and where we're at right now, I think it's more of a positive than anything else.
Right. I think there's that false narrative that once you're 24 or 25, you can't get better anymore.
Yeah.
And that J.J. McCarthy as a 21-year-old still has a lot of room to grow, whereas a guy like Bo Nix at 24 is already at his ceiling. But
I don't think that has anything to do with it. No, it doesn't. It's like,
we saw Tom Brady get better in his 30s,
exactly.
Right?
I saw Joe Burrow, who was on we just talked about, turned 24 his rookie year. I mean, his rookie year, he got done with it, and he was like, I need to get better. I need to throw the ball better. I need to throw it harder. And he adjusted and did that. So, I don't think the age has anything to do with necessarily the growth of the player or the potential of the player at times. If you haven't been taught certain things, I don't care what age you are, when you learn them, okay, I'm better at this now because I have some talent and I'm pretty natural at doing this, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's any different here.
So we talked about this a little bit when you had Jarrett Stidham, who you ranked 40th in your top 40. So
Right.
he's not going to waltz in and necessarily be the best-looking quarterback on his team right away. He's got some competition there.
He does.
But do you think Bo Nix is starting week 1?
I is another one. I'm going to say yes. I am. By the person he is, the student of the game he is, the talent he has. Sean Payton's going to want to make sure this gets framed right because it's like, it's on him that Russell Wilson didn't work right? Mm-hmm. So he wants to make sure this is his new little baby here, right? At Seattle, going back to the Northwest, little Bo Nix back to his, basically his old stomping grounds there. But Again, he's another guy I'm going to go, I'm not worried about him in that situation or the loud crowd noise. Played a ton of big college football, mature, coach's son, all of that. And Sean Payton will manage him and take care of him the right way, too. Yeah, I like J.J. McCarthy, who we just talked about, Ahmed. I mean, it's got a backup that has some physical ability, right? It's not going to be like, just a walk in the park, right? Stidham's got some traits that I said at the time when we talked about in the ranking. I go, he's got some starting caliber physical traits to him. He really does. Now, I just don't know if he's going to be able to overcome Bo Nix, who, of course, has some big-time caliber traits as well.
The only problem for Bo Nix potentially is that Zach Wilson is also there, and he might go up to him and be like, hey, buddy, Chris liked me too, so don't let it get to your head.
You're funny.
You go, oh no, yeah, beware the curse,
Sean
man.
Payton liked him too, just so you know.
All right, so that helps.
Okay.
That helps him there a little bit.
Yo, what's up? Thanks for watching, homies. It's the off-season, but there's no off-season with Chris Simms Unbuttoned. It's the NFL. It goes all year around, all right? So hit subscribe, please, to hear my thoughts on your favorite team, your favorite quarterback, and, hey, how this season might unfold as we get ready for the 2024 season. We got a better picture, clearer look now that the draft is over, free agency. We know who's playing quarterback for certain teams. So, again, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. Check you out soon.